The power of 6 months. There's a strange pattern in how people think about change. Most people believe they can transform their lives in a single day. They wake up motivated, inspired, convinced that this is the moment everything shifts. And when that day ends without miracles, disappointment quietly sets in. At the same time, those same people completely underestimate what's possible when they commit to a longer stretch of focused effort. Not a lifetime, not a decade, just a few months of deliberate, uncomfortable growth. 6 months is a powerful window. It's close enough to feel real, but long enough to matter. It's the space where identities change, where habits take root, where confidence is rebuilt piece by piece. Yet, most people spend more time planning a vacation than planning the direction of their life. They obsess over flights, hotels, and outfits, but never sit down to seriously decide who they want to become. And that's why time passes without transformation, because here's the truth. If nothing changes in your behavior, nothing changes in your life. Time alone doesn't reward anyone. Only decisions do. Real transformation doesn't come from doing everything. It comes from doing a few essential things consistently. Success leaves clues, and those clues always point back to discipline, focus, and clarity. Clarity is where power begins. When you're vague about what you want, your actions stay vague too. But when you know exactly what you're building, every day suddenly has direction. Your energy stops leaking. Your effort starts to compound. Life isn't shaped by what happens to you. It's shaped by how you respond. You don't control the economy, other people, or the past. But you always control your standards. You always control your choices. And those choices, repeated quietly, become your future. Most people don't fail because things are hard. They fail because the small actions feel optional. Reading a few pages, moving your body, learning one new skill, saving a little money. These things seem insignificant, which is exactly why they're ignored. But over time, they build a different person. The people around you matter more than you think. You absorb their beliefs, their habits, their expectations. If you stay surrounded by comfort, excuses start to feel normal. If you surround yourself with growth, effort starts to feel natural. Very few people ever come close to their real potential, not because they lack talent, but because they never decide to demand more from themselves. They settle into what's familiar and call it realistic. Progress loves tracking. When you pay attention to your actions, they start to matter more. Small daily efforts, done without applause, quietly reshape your identity. You don't chase success. You become the kind of person success is attracted to. Education might help you survive, but self-education is what allows you to rise. Investing in your mind, your skills, and your discipline always pays the highest return. Learning from people who've already walked the path saves years of struggle. Growth doesn't happen in giant leaps. It happens in tiny improvements stacked day after day. You don't wait for the perfect moment. You move now, imperfectly, and let consistency do the work. Your environment is either pushing you forward or pulling you back. The way your space looks, the people you allow close, the habits you tolerate, all of it shapes your future. Raise your standards, and your life rises with them. Motivation is unreliable. It comes and goes. Habits stay. Discipline stays. The people who win are the ones who act even when they don't feel like it. Celebrate the small wins. They matter more than you think. They remind you that progress is happening even when it feels slow. Study those who've already built what you want. Learn how they think. Learn how they live. At some point you realize that growth is your responsibility. No one is coming to save you. And when success finally arrives, you learn that giving back is what gives it meaning. Every strong life begins with a firm decision. Not a wish, not a hope, a decision backed by action. Progress matters more than perfection. Gratitude sharpens your mind. When you appreciate what you're building, you build more of it. Thankfulness doesn't weaken ambition, it strengthens it. Most people live distracted, comfortable, and numb. Comfort feels safe, but it slowly erodes strength. Real confidence is forged in struggle, pressure, and discipline. High value isn't given. It's earned in silence. The real battles are invisible. The early mornings, the workouts when you're tired, the discipline when no one is watching. That's where transformation is born. The strongest version of you is already inside, buried under excuses, habits, and fear. Time is ruthless. Every wasted day takes something from your future. The process isn't glamorous. It's lonely. It's uncomfortable. And it's worth it. Because regret weighs more than failure ever will. Discipline is self-respect. Comfort is the enemy of greatness. At some point, you have to let the old version of yourself go. You have to decide that mediocrity is no longer acceptable, that playing small is no longer an option. Not for applause, not for validation, but for self-respect. 6 months from now, you will be different. The only question is by design or by default.